Hello, welcome to Homesteading Northwest Florida. It is August 27th at 8:30 in the morning. I think it's Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that. We're planting. We got a major cold snap. It was like 65 degrees last night, and I think the peppers are not liking it. I think this might be about it with the peppers, but this is what we all got for today's harvest, because I'm going to harvest now before any rot sets in. So we got pretty many. We're going to fry them up, and because of the cool temperatures, I'm starting to plant my lettuce that I love to grow. We got these pelletized seeds of New Red Fire pelletized from Johnny's Seeds. And then this Cimarron lettuce, that's like a breen, I think. That's a red lettuce that has a flat leaf. So we're planting here. I hope the peppers do have a chance to grow. But I'm kind of looking at the weather, and I think I'm going to plant Brussels sprouts. I think I'm going to plant all kinds of stuff and get busy on my lawn here. Because during the summer, it's like almost intolerable to cut the grass. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't even. But today I believe I saw it's going to be a high of 85. But yeah, here's the jalapeno. Hope these have a little heat to develop. Might get hot today. Might get around 90. We'll see. We'll see. But it's definitely took a change here. Took a change for the temperatures that we've been having. And we got peppers over here, but I don't know what's going on with these. They probably got too much water. They're kind of going. Oh, that one's decent. Oh, they still produce decent peppers, even though it's getting whatever's happening there. Oh, there's Mustache the cat. Just being cute. And looking for mice. She goes up on there and looks around. But yeah, these Age Dulce, I don't know if I'll ever grow these again. I don't really like the taste. It's kind of, don't really like them. And we are doing some stuff in the styrofoam room. I'm going to put these back in the refrigerator. I do store my seeds in the refrigerator. Probably get out the Brussels sprouts because, boy, those take forever to grow. And we did a little bit of laundry yesterday. Yesterday was 90. So I got it hanging in here because it did drizzle a little bit this morning. So it would have got all wet. But, yeah, here's the seeds. And we're going to do something a little different in the styrofoam room with the floor. What we're going to do is, we're going to do a grout coat slurry. Because there's a lot of, this floor never intended to be, polished like this. So we're going to do a grout coat that fills in all the pinholes. And today I'll probably check and see how this all fills in. But, I did 10 buckets of wiping, and it's looking pretty good. I did 10 buckets of water wiping all the dust away. I mean, there was a ton of dust, even though I used a slurry. I will polish this today with a slurry with the diamond pads, and I'm expecting a 200 grit, sintered diamond, and this is kind of what I put down too. This is a big, we'll see how this polishes up, but this is a big gallon of Elmer's concrete glue, basically. There you go, you can see what it is, Quickcrete. And I have some grout already that I was going to use. It is sanded though, so we'll see how that acts. And we'll see how this whole thing does. Because I just filled in a hole over here. We had some big holes actually, that I thought wouldn't fill in. And we're testing this area over here that had a densifier to see what the densifier does to if I do put this grout coat, which I probably will. We'll see how this turns out to fill up pinholes and this and that. I'll squeegee it on here and put this bonding adhesive first, or something like that. We're going to see how that all polishes up there. But the drain also had, there was no concrete around the drain. It was just all that glue from the linoleum, and not great. So, yeah, here's a couple holes that I missed right here that need to be filled in with anything other than nothing, because it's not going to polish up with all kinds of pinholes. And I think a grout slurry squeegeed in is a trick, a trick for polishing floors. I read a comment in another video and it said this is the key, is doing a slurry, a slurry over everything. So that's what we're going to try. But boy, I do like it a heck of a lot better. But yeah, you can see here that the slurry, the dust was incredible. I'm going to have to clean out the air conditioner. The coils are all clogged up with the dust. But I couldn't even have been working in here without the air conditioner. It would have been, hot. Too hot to get, and that's my issue, is like for 2 months, this weather we have now is unusual, or the weather this whole year has been cool and unusually cool, but, yeah, so, I wouldn't have been able to do anything in here without that air conditioner. It just would have been too, claustrophobically hot. And then we're going to see how well this room holds heat during the winter. So yeah, there's tons of styrofoam jammed into these walls. Like, it's all got a strip, and not this one though. This one I may have to do a spray-in foam. Alright, well, thanks for watching.